Welcome back. We are here with the SR. As we left last time, it wouldn't start. I had my suspicions about the Amazon carb. I thought this was from Dose. I don't know what the fuck it's from. It was bleeding gas, and I couldn't get to start in that last video. So I just bought an OKO from Treats. Anyone who messes with PWK carbs, like, there's so many clones out there, and that was one of them. So I bought a 19 millimeter, the D-Slide carburetor from Treats that uses the PWK jets, using some Polini jets. I got a 112 in there right now. I'll give you guys a quick cut. Check out that carburetor. Looks a lot better than that Amazon special. It is a little bit smaller. The other one was a 21 millimeter with a power jet, but who knows? I just went with the 19 because that's what I had in stock. So let's see if we can fire this thing up. The only thing I really changed since the last time you saw it was the carburetor, and I threw the tank in so we wouldn't be annoyed by that anymore. I hardwired it too because this bike is a mess. I started stripping off some of the spray paint and just decided, fuck it, I don't care what this thing looks like. I'm gonna try and get it to run right. So let's get a start for you guys. Starts pretty easy. Jetting's probably off. I got a 112 in there right now. I'm not terribly familiar with these carburetors. Obviously, I'm used to running these jets on Polini CP carbs, but I have a feeling this is going to jet pretty different with that D-Slide. But we're going to get there. I'm going to be installing some parts. Got some cool stuff. We'll have a link to these in the description. But I got a variator that works for these. Ran these on Urban Expresses. Merlin has ran these on Urban Expresses. Very, very big difference here. I'm going to have to modify the case a little bit, but that's okay. As long as the kickstart gets on there, you're good to go. And then I got this motorcycle spare parts gill axe, real fancy. And this is a clutch that also fits on these bikes. This is pretty well bolt on. Again, this is being ran on an Urban Express in the shop. SRs and Urban Expresses run the same exact transmission. They just have a shorter case on the old SR here. So now that I got it to start, I'm going to toss these on and then tune it up. I also have an aftermarket belt. I'm really hoping I don't have to use that, but I have that simply because the belt on this one is torn up. These belts are pretty unobtainium. So stick around. You can do a little montage of me fixing this thing up. See if we can test these out a little bit tonight, just really to see if they work. I'm not going to be able to tune them, obviously. It's pretty dark outside, and this thing ain't got no lights, and I got new wheels and other shenanigans for it. So stick around, see if we can get these parts on. Okay, the rear contra time. This one was really easy. I got a yellow spring in there. I did cut this down a little bit, but then just bolted the clutch on. It's a lot harder than stock, but not so bad. Let's toss her on. Okay, guys, we are back. I'm going to give you guys a quick start. Here, rev up a little bit with this clutch. I'm four-stroking like crazy, so it's not really taking full advantage, but it's going to get there. This variator. I think I can modify some things to make it work. This would definitely work on an Urban Express. I mean, it is working on an Urban Express here. The problem with the SR here is the shorter case. So the kickstart is actually butting up against the cheek. So it can't fit on. That's not a problem on the longer case of the Urban Express. So as you saw in the last little part there, I took 3 weights out of the variator. I'm sure at some point in the future I will notch that or modify that, get one on. But right now I'm just kind of testing what I have. So let me fire this up. You can hear that nice clutch. It does work quite well. As I said, you can really hear the 4-stroke in there. I got a 112 in there. Again, I've never jetted these carburetors. Well, I've jetted these carburetors once or twice, but I've used the round slide version. This is the D slide. So I think it's going to jet a little bit different. Probably going to go down to like 100, maybe like a 98, and see how it does, get rid of that 4-stroke. But first, I'm going to put some new tires on this thing. So just step away from the camera. That might be all for this video. It's getting kind of late, so we'll see where I get to tonight. Can't really test it in the dark without any lights, but we'll get around to that. So until next time, post all those comments, see what you like. Let me know what I did wrong. You know, yell at me, all those things. But you can hear me this time. I got the mic on, Pyramid Whale. So may the moisture be with you. See you next time.